When they turned 17, they decided they'd outgrown the name Sweet Children.
After a while, it just sort of sucked. It was terrible. And then I wrote a song. I got high one time, and I kind of wrote about the way I felt and feeling high. I called the song Green Day.
It looks like I found something new.
Their drummer wrote Green Day on his jacket, and their friends liked it, so it stuck.
So we went from one bad name to another bad name. I think we have the worst name in rock. I really do. I think it's the worst name in the world.
Here we go again. Infatuation just scares me just when I thought that it would end.
In 1989, Green Day made their first album for Lookout Records, an independent label run by Gilman Street co-founder Lawrence Livermore. Produced for under $700, 39 Smooth was just something they could sell to their friends.
There was no way that we could become famous off of doing it or become rich or anything like that.
Corporate America wasn't concerned about us, and we weren't concerned about them, and there was never the idea that they would be interested.
It was about community and just the whole spirit of it. We would play, and our friends would be watching us play. Anything other than that is an outsider, and it's sort of the enemy.
In 1990, their drummer left Green Day for college, so Billy Joe and Mike looked no further than Gilman Street to recruit a replacement. 5-year veteran of the scene, Trey Cool.
He was loud, he was obnoxious, he was crude, he was insulting, he insulted women, he insulted men, he insulted animals, he insulted everybody, including me. He did drugs, he was into smoking dope, and he was into doing acid. We became friends really fast, I'll just say that.
With Trey behind the drums, Green Day set out to put themselves on the map. In May of '91, they headed out in a beat-up van on a fly-by-night tour of the U.S.
When you dress like this and you walk into a bathroom at a pit stop in the Midwest, you just assume you can kick some ass.
We headed out on tour, you know, just tried to leave our footprint in every state we could get our hands on it.
We would play anywhere and everywhere, skateboard parks and vets halls and basement parties. It was about getting the show to begin with. That was the success.
To this day, I'm asking why I still think about you.
Selling their records and homemade T-shirts for gas money, Green Day made their own way across the country.
Just because there's no promoter, just because there's no agent or a manager or a huge record contract or a tour bus or even a place to sleep for the night does not mean that you can't be doing this on your own.
Expect the van to break down, you know, and expect to run out of money, but expect to have a good time.
You guys got a place to stay?
Yeah.
Your mom's house.
They crashed wherever they could, making themselves at home in fans' houses. Sometimes a little too much at home.
You can spank me when I do not behave. One time we were down in L.A. playing, and we were staying at this house. It was completely full. There's not even a piece of carpet left, and they had a dog, a mom dog with her puppy. So I crawled in there with the puppies and the mom and slept in there all night. We got to know each other pretty well that night. In the morning, there's this thick as coffee, thick as right? It was looking good. There's no milk or anything, and I like a little milk in my coffee. So I started looking at that dog, the mom dog, with the big old engorged breasts that she had, and then I milked the dog into the coffee and got a nice creamy delight, thick East Bay coffee with dog milk.
Trey wasn't the only one making friends on the road. During a show in Minnesota, Billy Joe laid his eyes on a dark-haired beauty in the crowd.
We were playing in someone's basement in Dinkytown in Minneapolis. I saw this woman that had long black dreadlocks, and she was just beautiful.
There was definitely an attraction from the beginning.
Her name was Adrian, and after the show, she approached Billy Joe and asked him where she could buy the band's record.
I think I gave him my phone number and told him to call me and tell me how I can get a 7-inch.
I started calling her and started talking to her on the phone.
And our conversations just got longer and more frequent.
She was taking a human sexuality class, And she started talking to me about this class.
He would always ask me about my class, and it was sort of a lead-in to talking about sex, you know?
And for a kid that's 18, some woman that's about 20, 21 years old talking to you about her human sexuality class, well, our conversations got pretty long.
After a few months of hefty long-distance bills, Billy Joe organized another tour of the Midwest just to see Adrian.
Billy's like, hey, let's go to play a gig in Minnesota. Adrian's from Minnesota.
I ended up kissing her. And then I went home and I wrote 2,000 Light Years Away.
It was a very sweet song, and, you know, him writing a song for me was very romantic and exciting.